What's going on, familia? This past week must have been the craziest week to have been a part of the stock market. And I think that with good reason too. You know, I usually talk about real estate on this channel, but this video is going to be very different just because of the events that have happened throughout this past week. I literally think that this is history in the making of what's going on right now. Earlier this week, GameStop had gotten a ton of media coverage, and a couple of other companies too, due to the fact that their share price had surged.
Breaking news right now on what has turned into the soap opera and saga of the markets right now, and that is the story of GameStop.
What's happening this morning with GameStop, this video game store, up 2,500% this year.
Wild actions in stocks like GameStop.
How do you know that GameStop executives aren't going to take advantage of this situation?
You see, from my understanding, companies like GameStop, AMC, and a couple of others were pretty much on their last leg. I mean, they're companies that kept losing money year after year and were hit hard due to the pandemic. And these bigwig hedge funds who specialize in like the stock market were beginning to short these companies. And what I mean by short is basically place bets that the share price of those companies was going to continue to go down. And they would set their own price, you know, like I bet that this is going to fall down to $8 by this time. And what ended up happening was that instead of these companies continuing to fall in their share price, they went up. And that is why companies like GameStop have gotten a lot of attention. It's because earlier this month, the share price of that company was at like $17 and has since run up to $325 a share. So that is just crazy to think about. I don't think I've ever seen that happen in my lifetime. And many people began to wonder why. Now, this is where the social media platform Reddit comes in, because Reddit has a subreddit or a little like channel on their platform that's called Wall Street Bets. And Wall Street Bets is a small community. Well, I shouldn't say small anymore because they have grown from 2 million users to about 6 million users right now. And this community started talking about GameStop and how these bigwig hedge funds were all betting against the stock and were saying that it was going to continue to go down. And so from my understanding, this community basically got together and decided to continue to buy shares of GameStop to make the share price go up. And then what happens is that if those hedge funds do not meet their target price of what they bet on by a certain date, they lose money and they are forced to continue to buy more shares of GameStop. So whenever they're forced to buy more shares, the price per share continues to go up, and those who invested earlier reap the rewards. When I told my wife about this, she told me it reminded her of the grasshopper in the movie A Bug's Life, and how he was talking about how a little ant won't do anything but a ton of ants will.
There was that ant that stood up to me.
Yeah, but we can forget about him.
Yeah, it was just one ant. One ant.
Yeah, you're right. It's just one ant.
Yeah, boss, they're puny.
Puny? Say, let's pretend this grain is a puny little ant. Did that hurt?
Nope.
Well, how about this one?
Are you kidding?
Well, how about this?
And to me, that's exactly what this feels like. Now, this has been a big subject of controversy, and I'll tell you why. Earlier this week, as the price of GameStop was continuing to grow, online brokerages like Robinhood, Webull, and Charles Schwab were suspending trades for GameStop, AMC, Naked, Nokia, Blackberry, and a couple of others. Like they were really like literally just hands down not letting you trade or buy any more stock.
But then this morning, something huge happened, and that's this trading app, Robinhood, just halted anyone's ability to buy GameStop, to buy AMC movie theaters, to buy Nokia stock.
And that caused a huge controversy because that leads us to believe that these big brokerages do not want us to continue surging the price in order to protect the big hedge funds.
But then why did you allow people to keep selling but not buying? The reason that is so troubling to people is that they were making money buying the stock because they were against the short side. And so by enabling them to sell but not buy, it sounds like you were allowing the hedge funds, and again, one of them owns a piece of you, and they had a big short position, and that looks like a stinky conflict that you didn't come out straight on from the start.
And that has ticked off a lot of people. Now, the CEO of Robinhood and Webull have come out publicly to speak on what's been going on their end. And to be honest, in my opinion, Robinhood's CEO did not really do a good job of explaining what was going on. And Webull CEO kind of did explain that because we were buying a lot of GameStop and AMC and these other companies so rapidly, and then at the same time others were selling, this caused them to be so volatile. And because they became so volatile, there were more fees that were accrued to be able to execute these trades. And so they saw these fees as something that they weren't going to be able to handle right away due to the fact that everyone was just buying and selling so much. And so from my own opinion, the online brokerage Webull's CEO did a whole lot better of a job explaining what's been going on their end than Robinhood's CEO. And so if it interests you at all to begin buying stocks in the stock market, it would behoove you to open up an online brokerage, and I would suggest Webull. I have a link in the description down below. If you click on that link, it'll bring you to a page where you can begin to sign up and open up your own account on this online brokerage to be able to begin buying stocks. And by clicking on that referral link, you will get 4 free stocks valued anywhere from $8 to $1,600 when you deposit $100 into that brokerage account. You can use any other link, it really doesn't matter, but I would suggest that you open up a brokerage account right away and begin buying stocks. But anyway, the fact that these brokerages stopped allowing us to continue to buy these stocks had made many people begin to sell, because what happened was they didn't allow us to buy any more stock of that company, but they allowed us to sell. And so what happened during the middle of the week is that many people kind of got scared and decided to sell a lot of their shares, or maybe some people just wanted to take some of their profit off the table. But either way, that really manipulated the market, in my opinion, and it caused a lot of people to either panic sell or to take some profit off the table. But regardless, a lot of these people in this community have decided to hold on to their investments, including myself. All right, I have some positions in some of these companies, and I am just gonna hold on for dear life because I am not gonna sell. Community who are going to continue to hold, and there are even people who have decided to buy ad space on billboards to spread the word about GameStop and these other companies to continue to surge up the price and stick it to these hedge funds. I don't know exactly where the price of GameStop or AMC or Blackberry or any of these other ones are going to continue to go. I hope that they continue to go up. That is my prediction. But I'm just some guy on YouTube giving my own opinion and understanding of what's going on. So don't listen to me at all whatsoever. But it's just so much fun to see what's going on. Onwards and upwards, you guys. If you want to be part of the movement, you're more than welcome to. This is definitely not a pump and dump. This is definitely something with a cause. Don't invest any more than what you're willing to lose though. Be careful out there, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Thank you guys so much for watching.